Hello everybody, this is Khashir. Welcome to part 5 of mini tutorials. But actually I think this shouldn't be part of the mini tutorials for beginners because we are going to create a GUI version of our calculator, and I think it can be a little bit heavy for some of you who have no experience or practice with tkinter. For that you can just check it out in the internet and Google, like basic GUI programming with tkinter. Also I have some videos on my own channel from basic, and I think I had a couple of projects with tkinter and some database. I don't remember, but you can check it out. For now we are going to create a simple box or a main window for with tkinter, and slowly we are going to develop it more and add more functionality. We should have some keys and entry widget also, and some functions to take the number and do the math operations, and also print it out in our entry widget. So our entry widget act as entry and also display. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, import, or we can import tkinter, but let's import it this way: from tkinter import everything. And first of all, let's create our main window. I used to call this variable main window, but I think we should call it master, like go with more standard way of naming our variable. So master equal tkinter. What we are doing is we are creating an object from tk class, and before doing anything else, let's put it on main loop. So master dot main loop, and what it's doing is keep the tkinter, this class, and the GUI up and running on the screen, because this same as let's say Pygame, or when you are doing some sort of animation with a turtle, these are all event driven programming. So it means that there should be a main, most of the time should be a main loop to keep the program up and running. And for example, in turtle you have the turtle.main loop or screen.main loop, and here we are putting the main box or main window onto the main loop. So when I call the code now, we should have this just simple box with tk, and this is the title. Now we are going to change this and change a little bit of the geometry and change the background color of this box. So for geometry, for the title, it's pretty easy. We just master dot title, and here you can add your title. We call it like calculator, and now we can see the calculator here. All right. Now, by default, our box have this width and height like default size, but I've been playing a little bit with this calculator, so I find the best fit is 270 cross 130, like a small mini or micro, no micro, it's small mini calculator. So let's change the width and height of the of our main box. So here we should say, oh, I'm here. No, I should be here. Okay. Master dot geometry, and we pass this width and height as a string. So 270 x 130, and when we run it now, we have the correct size for our calculator. And also let's change the background color. background color, let's set it to white. Is it white already? I think it's white, but let's see what will be different. And for changing the background, we can use the configure method. So here master dot configure, and their background equal white as a string. Didn't change anything because by default was white, so let's make it light yellow. Okay, it's nicer. Alright. So what we need to do, we need to create a couple of functions. The first function need to take some sort of input from the user, and we need to have two variables. One variable will be the full number, because for example, let's say, let me bring up my another calculator. Maybe I can, where it was the GUI calculator. Okay, this is our final calculator. So let's say every time we press a key or press a button here, there's passing one number to our program. Then we should have one temporary variable to keep a track of these single numbers, like 111 or whatever you are punching. Okay, and the whole number here, the final number that you are going to do some operation on. For example, let's say 74 plus 12, 86, yeah? But now, for example, 74, you should pass the 7 and 4 separately and keep them somewhere to the system, so later on you can do some operation on them. So because of that, we need to have two variables for now. One is number variable, one is, I call it final number. Okay, and also we need to have another placeholder which we can call it, you can call it whatever you want, but I call it equation or calculation, it really doesn't matter. And after we set these two numbers to that equation, so we can do some operation on it. Right, maybe it looks a little bit complicated and it's different than the text-based calculator, because in text-based calculator we had exactly three separate, completely separate whole number, two whole number and one operator. But when you are using this GUI version, the implementation can be a little bit different. I'm not saying this is the only way to create or write a calculator. Of course, as I said, always I am saying there are a lot of ways to write the same code, but this is the way I do it. Okay, let's get rid of this. And alright, then what we need to do, let's go on top of this GUI version, and then I'm creating one variable, final number or whole number, no, final number, whatever, and I set it to string. So here I'm going to create define press and the number as a variable. Alright, and here we need to have access to this final number too. But for now, let's pass it. And we need another function also, define calculate, same as our text base, pass, and also see correct clear, so we can clean all our variables and operation and be ready for the next input. So far simple enough. First thing I need to do is declare the global final number it looks like a scene in programming, especially in Python, like use global variable, but they're saying it's not a good idea. I'm not sure, maybe for very large applications, but for this sort of application, why not? It's there, why not we use it wisely? So the final number will be global final number. Easy way to do it is we say final number, because we want to set it to this number, and this number we are going to take it from our buttons in our GUI. So final number equal, again, final number plus string of the number. Maybe it's a little bit complicated or confusing, but and now I can just write some comment. And what we need to do now, we need to create another variable. I call it equation equal that set of final number. Okay, so simple enough here. And should I write some comment here maybe? And what we are doing here is we are updating the full number. What the full number is a method, maybe? No. Updating the equation, actually using set method. Okay, but now let's create our entry. We go back to our GUI. We say equation equal string var. All right. String variable is actually like variable, normal variable, but it's a class in tkinter. So we create our first widget, entry equal entry, and where this entry going to be, we are setting it to master. And here text variable, our text variable here will be equation, and equation is string variable. Yes, so we have our input saved in this variable. And what we need to do now, let's I don't know for now, maybe later on we can change the background color or something like that, but for now I think it's enough. But where we put it, we can use I don't think so it's a good idea we use a pack, because we have to create a lot of frames. Then we use greet here, and we need to like stretch our entry. Then column span equal 4, and let's say pipette x equals 7. I'll tell you what it means. And anyway, I don't see any problem. Maybe one more time. Okay, then here we have our entry. Now every time we enter some numbers here, so actually we are setting it to equation, and the equation is string variable, and here we can play with this variable, or the value of this variable. Anyway, okay, so now let's continue, move on. What else we need? We need to have some buttons, and let's create our buttons. Okay, yeah. Then we need, how many buttons we need? We need 9 for numbers, actually 10 for numbers, and division and clear and equal, so 15 buttons or something like that. Yeah. Then we call each button with short name, like B1, B2, B3. So B1 equal button, and there will be a master on master and text equal of course 1, and we will set it set the width and height later. And and actually the command will be the good thing here, we can use lambda, and lambda is like nameless or anonymous function, one-time use, and it can handle only one variable, or I think it can handle only one variable, but it can have a lot of parameters like a normal function, and we can set it to this press. So take all the numbers with one function, because if you want to have like different function for all our presses, like press 1, press 2, press 3, we can have a little bit problem. It's not that practical. So we use lambda here, and then lambda dot press, lambda press, not dot press, press, and here 1. Okay, and that's it. And we can place it on with grid here, where we should put it on row 2, and column maybe 0 or 1, 0 I think, yeah, and column 0, but let's, it will be very long. And I think here I have, let's save it and see what we have. Where is it? Oh, I still have it not running. Yeah, because here I should have command equal lambda. Okay. Oh, first number, and it's working. Okay, first number is working. Okay, then we need to just copy this line here, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and 0 is 10. Then we need 9 more of this line. Paste 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So we change these for now: b2, b3, b4, 5 6 7 8 9, and 0. And also here we change this text: 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and 0. And also press again 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and 0. We should have like 3 lines, 3 columns, and go down to next row. So then it will be like row 2, column 1, I think. Yes, column 1, and after column 2, and here it will be row 3, column 0, and here row 3, column 1, row 3, column 2, row 4, column 0, okay, row 4, column 1, here row 4, column 2, and row 4, column 3, no, column 0, oh, then, yeah, 1 2 3, okay, here we should have row 5, column 0. Let's see how it looks. Okay, then we need to fix their size a little bit. Okay, then for size Actually it's pretty easy. After before the command we can just use height equal something, maybe 1 or 2, and width equal 2. Let's see what they look now. We can change it a little bit later. Okay, I think it should be wider a little bit. Then 5. Okay, better. But is it possible to come here and hit this one? I should copy this line, Control C, and paste it everywhere. Actually, I should paste it with this C with comma. Okay. We are just copy pasting everything. All right, and this is a little bit okay here. Yeah, never mind. Okay, let's see how it looks. Oh, height is too high. I want to change it to 1. Not this one. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Better. Okay, better. Now, every time we are pushing a button, it set the value to this text variable, and it's setting also to the equation, and here and up there we are going to set the final number to this equation. So this number is temporary number. With each press we are setting number to this, setting the value to this variable, and after we are summing all of them like one string and sending to equation, and after the equation is set it to pass it to final number, and actually the equation keep the whole number here, and the final number is just waiting for the next full number, or whole number, not full number, whole number. Okay, I think it's enough for this tutorial, but as I said before, I think I made a mistake to call it like tutorial for beginner, because I think it's a little bit complicated, and or maybe it was complicated for me, but all of you are like genius or something, I think, but shouldn't be complicated for you. So that's it for this tutorial. Thanks for watching, and if you have any question, please ask, suggestion, tell, and if you like my tutorials, hit the like button, subscribe please, and I see you guys in next video. Thank you.